All right. How y'all doing, everybody? This is RayRebelEars.com with another episode of the Rebel Ears podcast. Today is the live stream, and we got a special guest from Oakland, California, all the way to Atlanta, Georgia. One of the best videographers out here, video director, etc. Cade Infinite, man. How you doing today?
Man, I'm good, brother. How you doing? How you feeling?
Man, I am wonderful. First, I just want to tell you, thank you for allowing a little bit of your time so we can, get a little breakdown, not just your background, but also how you stay consistent with content nowadays.
Yeah, for sure, man. Definitely appreciate you having me here.
Yeah. So the last time we talked, we was getting in depth with a little bit about AI from Chat GPT to Opus Clip. And it's just funny how technology just shifted to the point like AI just make everything so like convenient nowadays.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, definitely. And if you're a business, it's a no-brainer to ride the wave of AI because it's only going to make your business that much more efficient. And if you don't use it, you pretty much eventually going to get left out of the loop. You're going to be obsolete. So you don't want to be a business that's obsolete. You got to pick up all the tools that's coming out, trending, everything like that, and just keep going.
Yeah. So I like how you said just trending because there's so many different apps out there. Like even with ChatGPT, they have like 7, 8 different kind of like similar apps like ChatGPT, but of course everybody know that's the main one to use. So how do
Mhm.
you pick like the right apps for you for your business?
Mainly research, going online, seeing what other marketing people are using, and going from there. You know, if they're using it, if they're adept in the marketing space, you definitely want to pay attention to the type of apps and tools that they're using, especially if they've done a lot of research and experimented with a lot of different apps. Then that's the best way to do it.
Yeah. So I understand, like, of course, you should invest in yourself financially, but also knowledge wise. And I
Mm,
saw a few of your posts, like the podcast summit, Invest Fest. Like,
yeah, yeah.
talk a little bit about that because a lot of people don't understand. Like, you could be comfortable where you at, but you always gotta look like for the next chapter on to move forward.
Yeah, that's the thing. You never really want to be comfortable, especially as a business. You know, there's been times when businesses they at the top, but that's the time where you really need to be, uncomfortable because it's like how you gonna stay at the top. You have to look at the trending, whatever's trending. You have to go to the events that are trending right now. You have to pay attention to who's popping right now, who's popular, and where they're gonna be at. And usually, the people that are in the same spaces is the people you want to network with at the same time.
Exactly, exactly. Now, I know you learned a lot of gems from those events. I've been interested in going to the podcast summit. So,
Mhm.
what was the main speaker that like captured you? Because of course, there's like so many, like David, of course, Donnie, so many other people too.
So I was there at the podcast summit actually filming for Limelight, which is an advertising backpack company. So I was mainly
Oh,
on the floor in the vending space, filming a lot of people and filming the interactions between them and the actual Limelight backpack. And people got a lot of um, great reactions from it actually, especially as a business. It's an advertising
yeah.
backpack. You could put videos on the backpack, so it's a no
Oh, I've
brainer.
seen those.
Yeah, if you got a business and you want to definitely make sure that your business is being portrayed and marketed in as many ways as possible. So not just online, but physical. Like when you walking around, instead of handing out business cards saying what you do, this and that, people can actually see what you do on the backpack, and they walk up to you. Especially if you got a QR code on it, all they got to do is scan it
Mm,
instead of having your number on there. A lot of people are not going to take the time to type in the number or type in the Instagram, and all they got to do is scan a QR code, and your digital business card pops up. So that's just there's another way. Technology can help you out. AI can help you out is through the advertiser backpack. So that's pretty much what I was doing at the podcast. I mean, I was actually working the floors on the vendor spaces. Yeah.
oh man, just working.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now, with InvestFest, you was also working too.
Yeah, I was definitely working. So the first year that I went, which was 2 years ago, I came as a general audience member. That's when I got to go into the conferences, sat down, took some notes. But
Yeah.
the second year, which was last year, I was actually hired to be there. And I mainly was in the vending space, in the marketplace where all the vendors were, and it's literally about maybe 200 vendors. So it's like I couldn't even. I was there in the vending space for literally 3 days, like 2 days, and couldn't even get to every business. That's how
Oh
big the
wow.
venue was. Like that's how big the marketplace was. It was crazy. Like it was amazing. More amazing than crazy. Because you're literally in a melting pot full of businesses, full of vendors, that are serious enough to have paid for that vendor space to be there at the biggest investment event ever. You know what I'm saying?
And that
So
and that's
that
crazy too because you get a lot of knowledge out of there, but of course you
yeah,
got to implement it. A lot of people will tell you,
yeah,
you can get the knowledge like it's out there, but what you're going to do with it.
exactly. That's the most key thing. And the first year I took a lot of notes, but it's very seldom that I actually go back and check them notes. See,
Yeah,
that's the thing. It's like you not only got to take the notes, but you got to apply. You got to make sure that what you're taking notes of, you're actually interested in, and you're actually pursuing and staying focused in that field. Because the issue is trying to do too many things at once. You know, that's the issue. So the main thing is, applying the notes, writing the notes down of the things that you're most interested in. You got to know beforehand what you're interested in, and then take notes and then apply those notes.
okay. So when it comes to applying, because of course with you and I, we're consistent on social media, we're engaging, liking, commenting. I saw you
Mhm.
posted not too long ago. You was talking about I hate networking events,
Yes.
but it
Yes.
made sense on the reason why because everybody, they're going to an event for their own purpose, but you don't just want to engage with people who are just selfish. You want to engage with people who's trying to, either have a barter system between you and I or a way for us to both move forward instead of like, man, I'm out for just me.
Yeah, exactly. As a business, as anybody, you want to figure out how can I provide value to this person, because this person is automatically going to be interested when they understand that you're trying to help them. You're not trying to be just for yourself. You're not trying to be like, well, I do this, follow me, follow me, follow me, follow me, like that. Why it doesn't make sense for people to be so concerned about a follow. It's all about the longevity of whatever you're doing. So the followers don't equal as much money as you got in the bank. You
That's true.
know, so it's like, why worry about follows? You got people that are, to be like, follow me. My phone is over there. I can't get to my phone right now. On my phone dead, but you can follow me and send me a message. And then the next day, they act like the network event didn't even happen.
Don't even try to communicate or connect. Hey, that's
Yeah,
their loss.
yeah. So and when you go to networking events, you definitely got to have a plan. Like, all right, who am I going to interact with most? Who am I mostly looking for at this networking event? What is my ultimate goal? What is my plan? Who am I going to specifically focus on at this networking event, and go
Yeah,
for those type of people? You can network, you can talk to anybody who's interested in talking to you, but at the end of the day, you want results. You want a lasting effect from that networking event. You want to have the benefits that last. So you want to make sure that you're approaching the right people and the right people are approaching you, and that you're not only following the people that you want to approach, but you're also following up. That's another thing,
the
following
follow
up.
up. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. So that's the
yeah, I
main thing.
do. Yeah, I do believe in the follow up because, like, even like what I used to do when I first started interning at different studios, I
Mhm.
used to like go to different studios in Atlanta just to, have a wider range of studios. And there's ways I get in touch with the studio manager, but what I do if I have their email address or phone number, I'll just hit them like right after, booking a session at a new studio, just telling them, hey, thank you for allowing me to book a session at your studio. Something that
Mhm.
small can be, have a big impact.
Yeah, that's a great way to build a relationship, because for one, you stand out because not everybody, if anybody, is going to be reaching out, following up like that. Like, hey, thank you
Yeah.
for allowing me. A lot of people think that, okay, I did business with them. They should be thanking me. But, at the same time, they provided a space for you to be able to do what you wanted to do. So it's a mutual appreciation. There should be a mutual appreciation for, being able to do business.
Oh yeah, both ways. Without the client, the studio have no place to really make money, and
Right.
if the client don't have a room to record in, then it doesn't work out. So yeah, both
Exactly.
ways.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now let's go ahead and break down a little with AI because of course we both use ChatGPT.
Hmm.
We both use Opus Clip.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. You said 11 Lab, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll break down a few key components of all three and what you got on all your three and what I got on my two. So ChatGPT, what's your opinion on it?
ChatGPT is great. It's definitely in the space of replacing Google, especially if they continue to improve on what it's doing, which it seemed like they are. I mean, they've already
Yeah,
had a couple of different updates. Um, they did have the plugins, but they've stopped the plugins for some reason. Plugins to where there's apps where you can create charts with ChatGPT. Like I said, you can create a chart visually on ChatGPT by telling ChatGPT, for example, provide me a chart of how many women go to the studio versus how many men go to the studio. And ChatGPT will literally draw you a chart instead of just type out words of what the percentage is of men versus women that go to the studio. So it was things like that that ChatGPT was really implementing as far as plugins that made it real exciting, to be able to pay for it. But other than that, there's still plenty of other different ways to use ChatGPT. For example, I want to start getting
yeah,
into short films, making more short films, so 1 minute short films. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna type in to ChatGPT, make me a short script, make me a 1 minute script for Instagram that's very engaging. That it's all about providing as many details in the prompts as possible, so
the
that ChatGPT
prompts.
give you exactly what you.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So ChatGPT is great. I definitely see longevity for ChatGPT.
So let me ask, have you heard of it's an app within ChatGPT called the Negotiator?
I haven't heard of that.
Now, this is crazy because you know how some people need rehearsals on doing an interview or trying to get a job or trying to do a sales pitch. Now, in ChatGPT, the negotiator actually is a back and forth. So you could give it a prompt saying, "Hey, um, pretend I'm a door-to-door salesman and you're being a difficult client, and I'm trying to sell you one of our products." So you can literally say, "Hey, I got this video package," and ChatGPT is going back and forth like, "I'm busy right now. I don't have time." And then you can go back and forth like, "Well, what would be convenient for you?" And I just like the back and forth engagement because it helps you to like get better at negotiating.
That's
Yeah.
amazing. I
Oh yeah.
definitely need to check that out because yeah, there's some times where you always come across you might be come across some difficult clients. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So like you really gotta you know make them believe that getting into the video production, like getting the actual video or promos, commercials, or things like that is gonna be worth it, especially working with Cade Infinite. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I definitely need to get into that because I can always learn more about how to negotiate. There's no limits when it comes to knowledge about business and learning to
Exactly.
close. Yeah, learning to close the sale. Yeah, I definitely need to check out the negotiator for sure.
Oh yeah. Now we're gonna go back to Opus Clip and 11 Lab. Now, when you're dealing with difficult clients, right?
Mhm.
How do you how do you have the mindset to like deal with someone who just don't want to work with you?
It's honestly, I just
Oh, it looked like it froze real quick. Let me see if I can
Can you
get
hear
you.
me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
We good?
Yeah, we good. We good.
All right. So yeah, I just learned to accept that not everyone is 4K Infinite. I'm not, and that's the thing. Part of being a business is knowing what audiences you're working, you're trying to attract. So if you're trying to attract everybody, you're not attracting anybody. So that's the main thing, is just accepting that, just accepting the no's, just expecting the no's, so that it's
Expected.
less, yeah, so that it's less, disappointing. It still be disappointing because the work speaks for itself. So, you
Yeah.
know, you know, but at the same time, you just gotta accept that not everyone is gonna be for it. So that's how I'm able to, you know, to work through those no's.
Yeah, that makes sense too because a lot of people expect like they're gonna get every client, and they gotta understand it's gonna be a small percentage of clients who want to work with you, but then
Yeah,
also have them coming back. That's a big thing. If you got a good face card, you're respectful. No matter what you're doing, you treat, if it's your company, you treat it every day like a business. Anytime you go out, you might, like me, I might be Steven, but in different aspects of where I'm going around the environment, I'm Ray of Rebel Ears, and I'm always professional whoever I'm working with. So yeah,
yeah, you have to be, and that's the thing. Even if they say no, they can still come back around later on. They could go to
yeah,
somebody, and the product might not be as good. And that's happened to me before, where they've said no, they went to somebody else didn't deliver like they said they was going to deliver, and they ended up coming back, and they realized why the pricing is what it is, and they realized the quality, the communication. There's
yeah,
all kind of different reasons as to why, is best to, and honestly, it's good for them to be able to experience that, because it opens their mind, it opens their eyes, you know,
exactly.
so yeah.
Yeah, they had to appreciate you to know your worth.
Say that again. You kind
They
of
had to
pause.
appreciate your value to know your worth.
Yeah, exactly. They got to appreciate the value, so they'll learn. Sometimes they got to learn the hard way.
Hey, it happens.
Yeah.
Now, Opus Clip, because when I first heard of this app, I was like, there's no way I can upload a 30-minute, 45-minute video and it can cut short clips in less than 20 minutes. You have up to 25, 30 short clips, and that's crazy.
Hmm. Yeah, and that's what you're gonna do with this video right here, right?
I'm uploading it in an Opus Clip right after the live.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. See, yeah, and that's the power of AI. It's just it's literally crazy. It just makes me think, like, it all the time. Like, how are they able to come up with this type of technology? I'm always the type of person that think, okay, how do you get this car alarm to, you press a button and then you can lock your car from meters away? You know what I mean? Things like that,
Yeah.
cars away.
Like
Like,
the connection.
yeah,
It's
how does that work? Like, I was just thinking of that. Like, how does that work? And then, things like, and it just continuously evolving and adapting to where AI is going to be so advanced that it's already having human like features. You're able to talk to AI, having conversations with AI,
yeah,
and now we're using it to be able to be as efficient as possible. Content is king right now, so
true.
having a software that's able to that allows you to push out software even faster is just mind-boggling.
Oh
You're
yeah.
literally able to drop in the clip, go do something else, go grocery shopping, go take care of some errands that robots can't do right now, and then you
Hmm.
come back, and then you got your clips ready and ready to post.
And
That's
that's
it's like why not learn how to do that?
you got to
Yeah,
take advantage.
yeah, exactly. So it's amazing. It's
Yeah,
I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what's going to happen in the next 5, 10 years.
it's gonna be so advanced. I can see people doing like the way I see it. Let's say someone's doing a live, they'll probably have uh, a box, a hologram or something, where two people who are doing live in two different states or two different countries can be side by side with each other.
You know what's gonna happen? We're not even gonna be really having this conversation. It's gonna be AI avatars of us communicating with each other. And people are gonna be watching it. We're gonna be doing something. We're gonna be doing exactly what I said. We're gonna be grocery shopping. The real us is gonna be grocery shopping, laundry, driving, doing going at the car wash. And people are gonna be watching AI avatars of me and you having a podcast, and they wouldn't even know it.
Yeah,
That's
it's crazy how it's evolving too. Just like, okay, the next app, 11 Lab, you got to break that down because when you
Mhm.
told me about it, I heard of it, but when you broke it down, I was like, that's crazy.
Yeah, so 11 Labs is an AI voice software where you can literally copy your voice. And they also have different voices that they already created for themselves. So the good thing is for people who don't like being on camera for their
Yeah.
businesses and things like that, they can literally use ChatGPT, write a script, copy and paste the script into 11 Labs, use a voice that's already created, and then the voiceover will happen. And then you can use another app like Opus Clip to create B-roll clips for the narration. So it's wild, but you can literally take. So I've taken my voice and I've copied like a 1 minute version of my voice to 11 Labs, and it's pretty good. Like it's gonna make like the 1 minute version is going to make you sound more proper, so you're going to enunciate all your words. And but if you do the 10-minute version where you record a 10-minute recording, audio recording of your voice talking, so say I was reading a book for 10 minutes, it's going to literally, it's insane how real it sounds when you actually do the 10-minute professional version of the audio. Like it's amazing. So 11 Labs is insane. I mean, you could probably call somebody and then they'll pick up the phone and you could just put the phone on the computer and then just type in, just press play, and then they'll think that it's you talking.
That's crazy.
Yeah, yeah, it's insane.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm not surprised though. Now, there's good things about AI and there's bad things about AI because, of
mhm,
course, no matter what comes out, people are always going to try to take advantage of it.
mhm. Oh yeah, yeah. They're gonna, yeah. People could call, act like it's you. And you
Yeah.
could be like, "Hey," or they could type it to where they'd be like, "Hey, I need some money or this and that. Can you send this over to me?"
Uh, Gotta give it a second. He's gonna come back to live. But of course, as always, appreciate everybody who's watching. Okay, you're back.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Well, but what part did you miss?
Um, the last part that I heard where you were talking about using 11 Lab, but someone can copy your voice, call you is not even you. Yeah.
Yeah, they can call you. They can ask for money. They could be like, I made a new Cash App. Can you send it to this Cash App?" And then they'll be like, "Yeah," because they think it's you. So it's like different things like that. And then also you can copy your avatar. There's AI software where you can copy your avatar literally yourself.
Oh,
So
really?
yeah, so having an AI avatar yourself with an AI copy of your voice, there's no telling what you can do.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy. People like AI can blackmail you. That's crazy.
Man, that is crazy. I didn't even think of that. Yeah. Don't. Hopefully, hopefully there's nobody out to get me. Like,
Right.
you gonna do this to me? Okay. See yourself in 2 weeks.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. So yeah, gotta be careful out here. Definitely gotta be careful what you use.
Okay. Now, when it comes to your background as a videographer, what because I see so many of your posts, but I would like for people to hear the breakdown. Like, what's your story behind, being into the film industry?
So it was actually, in the sense, it was accidental. Now, not really accidental. So when I was in California, I actually started taking acting classes. I was in acting and directing for the camera, and I also took theater in community college. So I always wanted to be in front of the camera. I moved specifically to Georgia to do music because I started getting into my music skills of rapping, and I was posting. I had a friend out here who was already out here doing music, making beats for people, and he convinced me to move out here. He wouldn't take no for an answer. He kept saying, "You need to move out here. You need to move out here." So finally moved out here and started doing music, started networking with people. And the video production, I got into video production because I had a friend who would film me doing my music videos and stuff. Now he tried to edit the music video. It took him literally like 2 months to edit the video.
Oh my
And
God.
the video, yeah, when I got the video back, I didn't like it. He didn't even use all of the scenes that we filmed. So I'm like, let me try this out. I ended up buying a laptop from a guy named Chop Diesel. Shout out to Chop Diesel. Um, got a laptop from him. It already had the software on there, and I just went on YouTube and then I learned how to do it myself. And literally like the first time I was able to sync my lips to the music, I fell in love with it. I was like, this is amazing. And I already knew what the music video template was because each shot lasts about 3 seconds. So I knew to, have them constant cuts in there, here and there.
Mm.
And I just put it together myself. And then from there on in, I started to create my own content from there. And people started liking the content, and the artist reached out and said, "Hey, I want you to shoot my music video." The first music video I ever shot was for $100, and it took us 2 days to film it. We filmed
Oh,
it over the
you was
course.
you was dedicated.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We filmed over the course of 2 days, and ever since then, I've been hooked and started my business 2018, and never looked back ever since then.
Mm. Now, you said you started off with a software. What was the first software it was
Premiere Pro is a software that I'm still using to this day.
to this day?
Yeah.
Mm. You ever use Final Cut Pro?
I have Final Cut Pro and I've tried to use it, but honestly, I'm like, what's the point of using it and trying to get to know another editing software when I already know Premiere Pro? And the reason why I was trying to use Final Cut was I was trying to cut back on cost because with Premiere Pro, you never own it. You always have to pay subscription. Whereas Final Cut, you could pay one time and you own it. Now I got Final
Yeah.
Cut and Premiere and don't even use Final Cut. So I've tried to use it. Now I do use CapCut, which is just like Final Cut. So
Ah, yeah, CapCut.
yeah, yeah, I like CapCut. I usually use that with short brand reels for clients, especially like they have the nice little subtitles the captions, interactive captions.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
yeah, so I did start using that. So I use that every now and then, not super a lot, but they have some good graphics. I like CapCut's graphics.
Yeah, I like CapCut too. And it's funny how you were saying, of course, you started with Premiere Pro, you tried Final Cut. I tried Final Cut too. It's good. I tried Premiere Pro too. It's good. But what I use DaVinci Resolve.
Okay, yeah, DaVinci
Yeah.
Resolve is really good for color grading.
Oh yeah. And it's funny because years ago, I think this was 3 years ago, my mom asked me what I wanted for Christmas. I was like, I wanted a Black Magic Atom Mini.
Hmm.
And it was, about the Atom Mini, right?
Atom Mini.
Yeah.
No, what is that?
So the Atom Mini is just a video switcher. I actually got it right here real quick. So this.
Oh, nice. Okay, I've seen that before.
Yeah.
I've seen
So
versions, and then yeah, that's clean.
yeah. And it was crazy because you know how you want something but you don't know exactly what it is, so you just start researching like different things. Yeah. I
Mm,
wanted something to go live, a video switcher.
yeah,
Especially it's so convenient when I'm filming with multiple cameras too.
yeah, yeah. That's cool.
Yeah. Hey,
Okay.
I be investing in myself. I might not know how to use all my equipment, but as time goes by, I will.
Yeah, and that's the thing. That's the key thing when it comes to growth is always investing in yourself. You can never. That's why another reason why you know I put infinite. in my company name because it's never enough. You can never
Yeah,
learn enough. There's infinite possibilities. I mean, there's no limits to what can happen.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, real quick, I just want to tell you, you know, first off, thank you for joining the live. Thank you for always, you know, I consider you like a good friend on the aspect of course, it's all business. We know each other from an aspect of, doing what we're passionate about. But when I consider you a friend, someone who, I've known long term, every time we talk, we learn something from each other. So I appreciate that, first
Yeah,
off.
definitely. And that's what friends are for, for learning off of each other, for building each other up. If it's anything other than that, they ain't your friend. If they just sucking your energy dry, if they
Exactly.
making you procrastinate, they procrastinate, if they complaining and not doing nothing about it, they're not a friend. It's that simple.
That's true. That's true. Well, for everybody who's watching the live, I want to tell y'all thank you for watching the live. Of course, it's going to be on the YouTube, it's going to be on the podcast. So make sure you subscribe, like the video, like the audio, and don't forget to leave a comment from past episodes. Your next comment might be our next episode. So, from everybody at Rebel Ears, I want to tell y'all thank you for watching and listening. Keep tuning in.
Yes, sir. Shout out Rebel Ears. Thanks for
Thank
having
you again.
me. Yeah.